So how I came to the decision about building an ADU was really a joint decision among Kristen, Brad, and myself.
My name is Brad, and I work in video production at a tech company.
And my name is Kristen, and I work for an environmental nonprofit. And this is Jason, our 9-month-old.
We decided to build an ADU because Kristen's mom lived in California, but not really close to us. And when we bought our house, Kristen was pregnant, and we just figured we needed grandma around to help with the baby. And then ultimately, we wanted to be around for Diane when she gets older.
Hi, I'm Diane. I retired after 38 years in leadership and business management consulting. The most important challenge is being grandma. So I'm just delighted to have baby Jay in my life. It's just a miracle.
And grandma is around for situations exactly like that. Frankly, to buy anything near where we live for Diane would have cost twice as much for less than half of what she would have gotten. So it just really made way more sense to spend the money on the build, use the real estate we already have, and ultimately end up with something that would have cost us at least 3 times as much.
And I think it's nice to be near family. We both grew up with our grandparents living very close, so we wanted to make sure that he had the same opportunity as well.
I wanted to be close. I wanted to be in their lives and in my grandson's life, but I didn't want to be in their life all the time, and I wanted to have a life too. When we looked around at what you could get for the value, there was just no comparison to an ADU built by SnapADU and what was out in the marketplace. So I just feel very lucky. It just sort of fell into place. It wasn't a planned thing. I was actually looking at real estate in the area. I couldn't find anything, not anything, a mile and a half from the ocean at the price point of this ADU. And also, I love it that I just have to walk down the hill to see my grandson. So it's great.
I think our main design goals were trying to find something that both we were happy with and my mom would be happy with. She came from a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, and she was downsizing, but we also didn't want a massive house in our backyard, so there was a lot of kind of like push and pull. We had to figure out what size the house was going to be, what the features were going to be, how it's going to be laid out, and we worked pretty closely with Snap to figure all of that out, and it was great.
Yeah, we really wanted something that would fit in the backyard and kind of accentuate it without taking it over. And we had seen a lot of ADUs were closer to like tiny homes. We had also seen some ADUs that were full-size houses. I think at first Diane was imagining that she would have a 1,200 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. And we were, I think, imagining something a little closer to like a traditional granny flat. And I think where we ended up is actually perfect. And one of the things in terms of the design is that we wanted something that would, fit in the backyard and not stick out like a sore thumb. And, we have really nice views of the sunsets over here. And we wanted to design something that would feel bigger than it is, to give Diane that space. There were a number of existing designs that we actually found on Snap's website that were actually kind of pivotal for us when we were looking to build an ADU. Actually, Snap became our reference point when we were talking about ADUs, even with other companies, because the website has so many kind of floor plans that you can get without having to sign up for things, which is really nice. So we could download the plans, look at them, play with them, and then talk to Bob at Snap when we wanted to, and see what would work. And we built this house kind of based on a Snap plan, but it ended up just kind of becoming totally custom. And that was great because we could kind of say we want more space here, we want more things here, and we had a kind of a general vision, and then the Snap guys were able to say, okay, great, structurally we can do this if we move this wall here. We're able to nail the design down based on what we wanted, also based on what was possible and feasible.
I wouldn't trade it for anything. I think it's just the size I want. I have 2 bedrooms and 2 baths and 1,080 square feet, and it's just perfect. In terms of aging in place, we made some design changes to the original structure. For example, we put all handicap doors throughout the whole structure. And also, we wanted a ramp in case I needed it, or my sister, who's older, needs a ramp to get a wheelchair up, or if we need to get a stroller up and down the ramp.
I think my advice to someone who's looking to build an ADU is to really take the time to think through the design phase and make sure that you get everything that you want in there at that point in time, and like really check out other examples and other things that Snap's done, and sort of have a vision when you're going into it, because once you're in construction, it's a lot harder to change anything.
For sure, yeah. Taking the time up front to nail down the design, go back actually to the architect a couple times to make sure it was exactly what we wanted. Definitely worth the cost in both money and time up front. And I think as a result, we have something that we all love. And it feels, I mean, it was partially based on something that already existed, but it feels truly custom.
I think the quality of the finished product is phenomenal, really. When there were any kinds of snafus, Snap was wonderful. So I'm not saying that just because I'm on camera, it's the truth. They were just wonderful.
We chose to work with Snap, frankly, because they had the best reviews and the website was the easiest to use, the information was the most upfront. And ultimately, when we did reach out, we talked to Bob. He was great, super helpful, super informative. It all felt like Snap was working with us to get something that we wanted. And it didn't feel like anything was being pushed on us or any decisions were being made without our input. So yeah, Snap was just really great about working with us at our speed, at our pace, and just made us feel like, you know, we were, even though it was a pretty quick process at the front end before we got permits, working with Snap was just painless and easy.
We had top level attention, and anytime there was an issue or a problem, and there were some over 9 months, but it was Snap always took care of it, always. And so I would highly recommend them. Also, I think they have a policy of not, you only pay for what has been done. So you don't pay up front, you pay for what's been completed, which steps. And not all ADU builders have that. And that's a big differentiation, I think, for Snap. So all of those reasons, I would choose Snap again, and I highly recommend them. Before I leave, I want to just acknowledge SnapADU and the people there. 2 of 1, they were all so professional and so customer focused, so customer oriented. So I just think, I think the world of Snap, and I don't say that lightly. So just wanted to end with that.